Alrighty. Sorry about the delay. I'm live. There's a big difference in the time that my clocks are saying and the real time. So, good morning, everybody. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Well, I worked late yesterday, so it's kind of like almost Tuesday here now. So I don't really see it as being that much of a Monday. I think I'm also going to start. Good morning, Ray. Yeah, thank you. Ooh, so I went to the garden. Got my green pepper. Got me a bunch of jalapenos. And today, we're going to add some, it ain't ham, it's Spam. Now, yes, it has a lot of sodium. Yes, I know that. But in the world of I need to survive, it is a good item to have. So today will be Spam added to the mix. So what else am I going to have? Ooh, glad you asked. I'm also going to have potatoes and peppers. I did dig up an onion, but it didn't turn out too well. It was in the ground too long, so I'm going to leave it there for next year to regrow, which is something I can do. All right, let's start a live stream here on Instagram. There we go. So welcome to the chat. Let me get the pan started. We got to be cooking with fire. Today it's going to be potatoes, bacon, eggs. It ain't ham. It's Spam. Now people are going to say, it's loaded with sodium and all that. Yeah, it is. But it's still nutrition. And it's nutrition I can keep a long time. Got a green pepper from the garden and a couple jalapenos. I think I'm only going to be chopping 2 of them in there. And then the other one's taking to work. One of my buddies there, he likes the vegetables. He was asking for my cucumbers because last year I'd bring cucumbers all the time. Twisted Pixie, good morning. How you doing? I hope you're feeling better. You know, the only advice I can give you is I know recovering from that type of replacement is a lot of work, but try to bear through it. Take a lot of vitamin C. Probably I'd also add zinc, magnesium, and calcium to it, and that might help also. So let me get closer so I can read that. There he goes. Now you're breathing. So that's a good thing. Now, you know, if you send me your address, you do have a shirt coming. If you have been a member over 6 months. And if you don't want to send your address, that's fine too. But just kind of reminder, any of my members over 6 months can get a Scottish Fitness t-shirt sent to them, just the address and your shirt size, and I will get it sent to you. I already do magnesium, zinc, and calcium. There you go. Good. So then what I do is I do vitamin C. And the way I do it is I take like 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams 2 or 3 times a day. It really helps with, and then vitamin D, if you're not on that, it really helps with your body to heal. So I'm not saying it's a miracle drug, but it does help. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate it. So if you are trying to heal, in that vitamin C is one of the vitamins that your body uses to repair tissue. Vitamin D is the other one. Then zinc, magnesium, and calcium are also minerals that you really should have with you. So I went out to the garden, picked me up some peppers. I was going to get an onion, but I wasn't able to do that. I got a lot of lettuce that I'm gonna have to harvest after breakfast. I need to add dirt to some of the other ones. Well, thank you everybody for popping in. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So I got the bacon cooking. So while I got the bacon cooking, that's the perfect time to start chopping up the potatoes. The potatoes will take the longest to cook. So I still have some potatoes I bought a while ago. So usually we do 2 and 2. And we wash them off to get any residual chemicals off the skin or dirt or things like that. Making bacon for the means. There we go. Also, something I've been adding to our diet is the balance of nature, fruits and vegetables. Once again, I'll stress these are supplements. They are to add to your diet, not to replace. And I still eat a lot of vegetables now because they're coming from my garden. And I do eat fruits. Now, but these are to supplement just in case I don't get the right amount. Other things I take is turmeric and moringa, and this really aids in my breathing. So that's Janet Humphrey. How are we doing? Good morning. Thanks for popping in from British Columbia, Canada. I think it's one place I haven't been. I remember when I used to be able to go to Canada with just my driver's license. Now I need a passport, so I'm gonna have to get me a passport. On the Instagram side, everybody welcome. I am live streaming this also on YouTube of the same name. So when I do stop this, if you want to go over to the main one, you'll get a better view of everything I'm cooking. So let me bring this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. And for those of you who've been here for a while, you know that this is water. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. It helps the Augie rhythm. So let's chop up the taters. And remember to check out my buddy at Cutco Knives, Lucky O'Day. I really like the blades. Even though he sends me free ones every 3 or 4 months, when I do see him set up in Ottawa, or not Ottawa, in Utica, Illinois, I buy one off him. That's how much I know. I like these knives, but I just can't wait for the free ones to show up. So if you check him out at luckyoday@cutco.com, mention MacBean, I'd appreciate it. I'd even work you out a deal. Now, they're not cheap knives, but there are more expensive ones. But I think they're a very good value for the money. So there we go. Let me see. You got let me send. Nice. Killing time. Gains. Okay, I'm not quite sure what they were trying to say there. So if you're going to work out, you need to have proper nutrition. So for morning nutrition, when you first get up, it's usually a banana, something to just wake the stomach up. And after that, it is going to be bacon, eggs, vegetables from the garden, which right now are jalapeno and green peppers. Some small potatoes. Okay, someone's saying something there, but fortunately, I don't have my reading glasses on, so. Now, talk about training, there's many ways to train. Many ways to train. All right, and they're all correct. I've heard comments like, well, that exercise doesn't do anything for you. That's a false statement. Any exercise contracts a muscle. Any contraction of muscle is going to sit there and strengthen, tone, and burn calories. Period. People say, well, you know, this is the best exercise to do. Well, it might be the best exercise for you. We're all built different. And it depends on what you're trying to do. So here in the summer, I'm working more on my speed and balance work because I compete in track and field throwing discus. In wintertime, I can't throw discus. Then I'm going to work on my powerlifting. So I probably won't be doing a powerlifting meet until around probably December. So that'll be my next one I do. It's heavy. So right now I'm just trying to keep myself in shape, not too sore. Still going to the gym, but I do have a lot of stuff I can do around the house, which I'll be doing a video on that here soon on how I exercise when I'm home. Right now it's the summertime, and there's just so many outdoor activities to do, you know, and the wife and I like to go out and do stuff. And trying to keep, you know, ahead of the lawn and everything else now that the rains have come. So I cannot get into the gym as often as I would like to. So you have to sit there and find other ways of exercising. So I have a pull-up bar up by the bedroom. I can do push-ups anywhere in the house. I got curl bars in the house. I've got a trap bar for deadlifting and traps outside. I got dumbbells outside that I can do shoulders, curls with, farmer's walk. So I make sure that I can sit there and do a lot of different things so I stay in shape. Obviously, going to the gym is the best, unless you have a home gym set up as well as Michael does at the Body Beatdown. And also Charlie out there in Arizona. So trying to get it where I can set one up, but it's going to take time. Used to have it down in the basement. Basement's musky. I mean, it did work for a while. Yeah, you just got to sit there. Sometimes you got to reinvent yourself. So I do appreciate everybody popping in and making comments and all that good stuff. So I got the bacon cooking. Once the bacon is done, I'll add some butter, throw the potatoes in. Then I'll chop up the spam, not ham. And then green peppers and jalapenos. And then the last thing I will add will be the eggs. Eggs are going to sit there and bring in a lot of the protein along with the spam and the bacon. And it's kind of the binder that holds the meal together. Every now and then you need to go and search your freezer. So here I've got some meat that I bought. I don't even know what it is. So I'm thawing it out. And the next day or two, I'll be cooking it. So thanks for joining the stream. We'll have some videos coming out on exercise doing around the house. Yeah, I'll probably get posted today. I will also probably go out and do some throw practice again. And that'll get posted today, whether I just video it or whether I video it and live stream it at the same time. I know John at Prepper Nation was talking about he does too many live streams. The viewership seems to go down. And if you do too few, I think the viewership seems to go down. I don't know. There's got to be a happy medium here somewhere. YouTube is so hard to figure out. So I do hope people are enjoying my cooking videos. I do have the potatoes chopped up. And those will be going into the frying pan as soon as the bacon is done. And then I got vegetables to chop into that also. Remember, there's no growth without proper nutrition. And then the incredible edible egg. Got the jumbo egg, so there are 8 grams of protein per egg. One of the best ways to really get your protein is through eggs and milk. I drink Fairlife milk because it has 13 grams of protein per serving instead of 8. I know people go, I like almond milk. That's great. Great drink. It's, you know, I get my protein through almond milk. No, you don't. You get a gram per 8 ounces. All right. I mean, are you getting something? Yes. Are you getting enough? No. You will have to drink gallons of it to get enough. And if you are, then good. But some people drink it because they like the taste, which is fine. But if you're trying to sit there and get it for protein intake, regular milk is 8 grams per 8-ounce serving. Fairlife milk, and there's some other brands out there, are 13 grams per 8-ounce serving. 13 grams is definitely an advantage. So turmeric, I take for, and the moringa, I take for breathing. So if you do have asthma issues, this has pretty much eliminated my need for any asthma medication whatsoever. I'm also on 0 prescription medications. I'm 62 years old, and I take nothing. I take vitamins and minerals. And if you really want to get some really in-depth information on that, there's a creator out there, Casey Little Owl. She does a lot of in-depth stuff on that. Let me see who's joined the house. Ethan, how we doing? Mondays are your favorite day. Well, they're not mine. They're not necessarily my unfavorite day either. I was mostly going for the catchy title. You know, they say you gotta get those catchy titles to bring you in. So my YouTube was tell me why I don't like Mondays. Let's eat. Spice-wise, I usually mostly fresh ground pepper and salt, sea salt. All right. This is my water bottle. Water stores better in glass than it does in plastic. And these are reusable. So I'm always trying to reuse things. So like, I don't drink a lot of coffee, but when I'm done, I save these. These containers are good for pasta. They're good for, I keep the cat food in here. So that keeps the ants out of the cat food. I use it as a food bucket. So, you know, I try to repurpose things when I can. Keeps less stuff out of the garbage things. One of the things that you see all the time on climate change, you know, we got to reduce our carbon emissions. We got to do this. You know, climate change is why, you know, we have more storms and more rain. No, climate is always changing. The reason we have more storms and more rain is because over the last 50 years, we have paved over or built over probably 1 billion acres on the planet. So understand, usually when it rains, the rain gets soaked up into the ground, and then whatever doesn't gets evaporated back into the system. Well, now there's less ground. I don't know what that percentage is, but it's significant. And if you look at an overhead view or a satellite view from, say, the 70s, when they would actually have satellite views, versus now, you would see a good amount, and I would say probably even 20% of our ground has been covered with concrete for buildings. So now the water has nowhere to go but back up in the atmosphere. And that's why you have more storms. As for CO2 emissions, all right, and the video's out there. So man-made CO2 is responsible for 0.04% of the CO2 that's in the atmosphere. And there's not a lot of CO2 in the atmosphere. All right, out of that 0.04%, America probably produces, let's say, 5% of it. So they're talking about climate change and we have to go to electric cars and we have to disrupt our economy for 5% of 0.04% of the CO2 is out there. You know what gets rid of CO2? Trees. Trees absorb CO2. They make food for them to grow, and then they produce oxygen. So if you want to reduce your CO2 content, plant trees. All right. If you want to sit there and reduce the weather, stop building and paving new roads. And let's say we knock down the roads or the buildings that went derelict and build the new ones over that. We don't. We sit there, we leave that building derelict, and then they go to fresh ground, they build again. And that's just the facts, folks. That's about as political as I'm going to get. But they're running a scam on America with climate change. Climate's always changed. Climate has changed through the things of time. All right, right now we're at about 360 parts per billion CO2. And they're saying, oh, that's a danger one. Well, it's not a danger one. We used to be 2,000. Yeah, Kerry goes, well, man was involved in there. What a dumb statement. So, I don't know. Potatoes are ready to go in. We got the butter. Adding to the bacon grease, so I have a little bit more cooking. Medium. So that's there. That's there. And we will use our magic spices. This looks like fresh ground pepper. I've add some of that, I can see. Even sea salt. And we stir it up. Can't stand the heat? Stay out of the kitchen. Now, the next thing we chop up is going to be Spam. Why do I have Spam? Because it's something that you can store for a long time in case of, I don't know, price increases. That's the main reason. That didn't sound good, did it? Ah. So we'll chop up some chunks there. And then the rest I put into a container for later. Let me see what will fit in here. I think it will. And as our source of protein, because you do need protein. Let me see if I can pull this down here. What is your opinion on doing push-ups? Do you think they could boost your bench? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, to bench heavy, you have to bench heavy. You have to work the triceps really hard. You got to work the shoulders really hard. So I'd say, you do, heavy sets of flat bench, do military presses, do tricep pull downs, do tricep benches. Those will help with push-ups. You can do every day, and they're going to keep the smaller muscles stronger. So yes, push-ups are helpful. The problem is when you get to be a big bencher, sometimes push-ups are just that much of a challenge and you stop doing them. But no, you push-ups, doing maybe 100 a day, 3 days a week, definitely would be beneficial. I would recommend it. Yeah, there goes sodium, but I can handle it. Oh no, not the Spam. So, do eat healthy, but every now and then, a little salt must fall. So that's the next thing I'll add to the mix. But yeah, push-ups are good. Tricep pull downs as heavy as you can. Military presses, seated presses. Close grip bench, regular bench, inclines. Dips, weighted dips will help your bench. Flies will help your bench. And rest and nutrition. You gotta have rest and nutrition. Put the potatoes in first because they take the longest to cook. Like I said, the Spam and the bacon is a big source of meat and protein. Of course, then the eggs are also an excellent source of protein too. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate it. Appreciate supporting the channel. Hopefully you find some of this stuff helpful, and definitely feel free to ask questions. All right. I try to cover as much as I can, but generally, if you're trying to sit there and get stronger than that, you need nutrition and you need at least 6 hours of sleep. All right, if you're not getting 6 hours of sleep at night, you're not allowing your body to repair itself. And then if you're not getting at least a gram of protein per body weight throughout the day, your body does not have the protein and amino acids to repair all the stuff that you've tore up. Now, if you're working more extreme, your workout's more extreme, then you want to pop that up to maybe 1.5 grams per body weight. And remember, you can only really absorb 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal. Anything after that is pretty much just passing through the system. And then you need to drink a lot of water to help deliver with all the protein you're doing. And also, you want to take care of your liver. So I take milk thistle, and this helps detox the liver. So this helps with all that protein you're eating. So you want to take care of the liver. This is one of the items that helps with that. There are other items also. And, like I said, Casey Little Owl on YouTube would be a good one to follow. But there's a lot of information on Google. Just remember there's a lot of misinformation, what I call half-truths. Where they'll make a statement, and if you initially check the statement, it will sound like it's correct. But if you dig down 2 or 3 more levels, you'll find out, no, it's not correct. And one of the statements was made by a Facebooker. I don't know if he just didn't understand it or whatever. He goes, you don't need to eat protein because your liver produces all the protein you need. So if you type, does the liver produce your protein? It will say yes. Okay, how does it do it? Well, it combines amino acids. Hey, great. Where do those amino acids come from? Your diet with protein. So yes, you do need to eat protein. Your body breaks it down to the amino acids. Your liver recombines it into proteins that your body needs and sends it to the parts of the body where it needs to be used. One of the few items that has all 20 amino acids is the incredible edible egg. So it has all the amino acids that you need. So luckily we didn't get any more rain yet. Seems to be we're in a rainy season here. Oh, another item I do like to do is arginine. Arginine is great for circulation, cardio, and vascular health. It's good for your cholesterol. Arginine also helps you sit there and get more nutrients to your muscle and helps that. So I've been doing that for a long time. I find it extremely helpful. I highly recommend it. I know every time I go into DNC or some other nutrition place, they try to say, well, no, this one actually does a better job. Well, no, this one I've been doing for 20 years, and I think my results speak for themselves. Other ones that do the same thing, yeah, it probably doesn't hurt to take them. But I'm always going to be taking the arginine. So, potatoes are getting a nice cook into them. I said, I always kind of cook at a lower heat. Lower heat gets lots more flavor into your food, and it keeps from you burning the oil or butter. A lot of times when we're in a hurry, we kick up the heat, and all of a sudden you look it over and go, wow, why is my butter brown? Oh, because you burnt it. You used too much heat. All right. A good meal takes 30 to 45 minutes to make. That's what it takes. So if you go to a restaurant, sit down in a restaurant, and you order a meal, and they're out there in 5-10 minutes, a microwave was involved. It's the only way that happens. They had stuff pre-cooked. Now, we were at one in Pittsburgh, and we probably waited a good 25, 30 minutes for our burger. But that was a really good burger. And the fries were really good. So even though it seemed like a long time, sometimes if it shows up too soon, be suspect of the food. There was a German restaurant in Gardner, Illinois. It was called the Gardner House. And basically, you walked in and had a sign. If you're in a hurry for your food, you walked into the wrong place. I'm just telling you. Let's see what Ray has to say here. I made a meal. Uber Eats, yeah. Yeah, there's no Uber Eats out here. I don't think Uber is going to come out here and deliver. We can't even get pizza delivered out here. That's how far in the boonies we live. All right, so if we want pizza, we have to bring it home with us. Now, there is a Casey's only 3.5 miles away, and they have good pizza because the Chicagoland area has the best pizza. All right. When I was in Pittsburgh, there's a lot of pizza places. And I recommend the pizza. I said, I'm from Illinois. I don't think so. Water. I know it's a Gross bottle, but I use them for water. So, probably a good time to start putting the Spam in, getting it cooked up. Now, you don't have to cook Spam. It's already pre-cooked. But it sure tastes better when you do. Now, I have tried other like brands. You know, and some people say, well, I like this one better, I like that one better, and then that's fine because that's your opinion. In my opinion, if I'm going to have the canned meat, it's going to be Spam. So, I've got all my veggie scraps in here, banana peel, coffee grinds, eggshells, and I carry this out to the compost pile where it becomes fertilizer for my garden for next year. I also have a neighbor who brings out, when he cleans his chicken coop, he brings the shavings out in that for my garden. And that's really enriching the soil. So I try to stay away from chemical fertilizers, not 100%. But most of the time it's going to be natural. So green peppers, because they are grown fresh from the garden, are far more tasty than what you buy in a store. Remember, when you buy a vegetable at a store, that vegetable is at least 3 weeks old, if not older. All right? Time they harvested it, sent it to the packing plant, sent it to the distribution center, sent it to another distribution center, and got to your store, that's 3 weeks old. And that's why the vegetables won't taste as tart as they should. And you lose some nutritional value, but still, it's better than not eating them. But this is why summer is my favorite time of the year, because I get to just walk out to the garden and pick fresh veggies. And they are good. know what? Peppers will survive all year. If you're in the northern climates, you just need to bring them into the house. Trim them down. They won't produce anything, but they will survive. And that's how I got these peppers. They were from plants from last year that I dug up. And I brought in, hold on, what's going on here? I'm a member for 4 months. Thank you for that advice, Ray. Just say no to spam. In your life, a little spam must fall. Hey, Christopher, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So in case people on Instagram wondered, I do have my YouTube channel going at the same time of the same name. If you're not there, please do. And those who do join, not as a subscriber, but those who become members, I do offer nutrition and workout advice as part of that membership. So whether it's email or text, and a video chat every now and then just to talk about what your goals are. So if you go to a trainer and the trainer says, well, here's what you're going to be doing, and he hasn't asked you what your goals are, get a different trainer. There are 1,000 ways to get in shape. 1,000 reasons why to do it. But as a trainer, you need to know what is it that your client is wanting to accomplish. And if you don't know or you don't care, then you should get a different trainer. Absolutely. So thanks for being a member for 4 months, Ray. Appreciate it. Now, Ray already has one of my t-shirts because he won one. He's also bought one of my coffee cups. So there is, if you go to Fallout_umbrella Esty, my daughter does have shirts. They're black, and also coffee mugs available at a very reasonable price and shipped right to you. T. Killian, how we doing? It is going well. You're super awesome. So I'm really happy about how the National Olympics went. I medaled, got a gold medal or a bronze medal. I'm very stoked about that because I was competing against the top 3 from all the states that did show up. And also when I went to the one in Iowa, I had a really good time. Met some really nice people there. I even had ones that are coming on one of my videos late last night, AJ, and he went and did the Iowa Games. So he did well there too. Hey, was it Hal's Wine? I gotta get up closer. Hola, Juan, how are you? Hola, ¿cómo está? Can you unlock? Can you unblock Vince the lawyer? I don't believe I blocked him. He asked me. I don't know if and the only reason I would have blocked him is yeah, I don't show him as being blocked. All right, so yeah, I don't He's chat. Okay, well let me see something. I got top chat. Let me go to all chat. Because he wouldn't be able to. He can't chat. I don't. I don't know why that is. It might be something YouTube did. Let me see if he pops up. Yeah, see, he doesn't pop up on my search. Oh, he was trolling one day. Well, Ray, see if you can unblock him. I don't see how to do it on my end. I did go check out his channel. Does some things with Howard Stern. I haven't watched Howard Stern in decades. Nothing against it. But if he was trolling, well, that's what I got monitors for. I don't suffer trolls. I don't care what people say. Oh, you gotta put up with them. No, I don't. My channel. I don't have to. Nor do I. Alrighty. See if you can unblock him, Ray. We'll give him a second chance. I don't remember him getting blocked, but it could have been one of the times when I had one individual making 20 different accounts trolling me. So it happens at times. So anyway, I'm getting everything cooked up here. It's starting to look pretty good. Got the meat and the potatoes and the peppers all cooking in there. And then what I'll do is I'll add the bacon back into it. He wants your advice on that. Okay, well, have him email me. You can email me. You can shoot me an email. You got to go from your YouTube studio. Studio. Wow. Guess dashboards, maybe? Let me go to dashboard. What's new in studio? Go to analytics, see comments, recent activity, members, subscribers. Go to community tab. Yeah, I don't know where he's going to post his last 3 lifts for you. Okay. Where do I do it from YouTube Studio? Ray, do you know? That in settings? Copyright, earn, settings. I'm gonna look at settings. Permissions, community, maybe under community. Managing, standard, approved. Must be under hidden. Took me a long time to find them. Did you do that today, Ray? Did you block them today? You can see all the BS ones that troll made. Well, 360. And how long ago did you do that? A couple months ago. Yeah, so it's probably going to be a while before I find them. I did find out where I can search for them. But unfortunately, we had one person possibly on here right now talking to us. Vince the lawyer. All right. Have him try now. All right, see if you can go in now. I either unblock them or I deleted them forever. 50-50 on either one of those. All right, now I'll add the bacon bits in here. And that'll be the eggs. And we will be ready to eat. Good stuff. A lot of times I have this much ingredients in there. I don't even need the A1 steak sauce. All righty, so I'm going to end the live here on Instagram. Thanks for joining in. Try to do this every now and then. Support the channel. There'll be some videos of me doing some throwing and lifting when I get out to the gym. And video, share, MacBean Farm, breakfast. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. So Odawan, tell Vince the lawyer he might be able to get in chat now. Have him try again. Or just have him, Elka Khan, how we doing? So I've got the food cooking really well. Ready to throw the eggs in here. I got bacon, I got potatoes, I got green peppers, jalapeno peppers, and spam. There we go. Vince the lawyer. You're back in. Now we keep it clean here. What's up? How you doing? So you do some stuff with Howard Stern. Because I haven't listened to him in decades since he was on radio. I think once I had kids, it was not something I could be watching. So now we're gonna pop the eggs into the whole thing here. These are jumbo eggs, so there are 8 grams of protein per each one. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can do that by subscribing, by sharing, or by joining memberships. If you do join a membership, and I don't care which level, I do offer nutrition and workout advice through text, email, and video if you'd like to. I think memberships start at like $4. So if you do that, then I'll be more than happy to offer advice, but I do a lot of advice for free here on the channel itself. And give me a second to get the eggs in here and spiced up, and then I'll kind of read what's going on there. I can't see this far. One of these days I'll get all professional like, and I'll put a big screen there so I can read it. I do have the TVs around us. Don't want to tie it up. All righty. So I always leave 2 eggs in case Mama wants to do some cooking. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I started benching again at age 42. Good. Now remember, slow and steady. You're 45 now. Great. Curious about grip. So grip, the wider the grip, the more it's going to the pecs, and the less it's using the triceps. The narrower the grip, just the opposite. But I would say with grip, I would say whatever is comfortable for you. Now, I used to do a very wide grip until I took a injury to the pec, and now I brought my grip in. It allowed me to get back up to the same weights, but it's a comfort thing. So there's no, like I said, there's no wrong way of doing this. People say, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that." You don't. You just gotta lift. So your basics, if you want to get stronger, is exercise, nutrition, and rest. If you eat garbage food, you're going to get garbage results. That's all there is to it. If you're not getting at least 6 hours sleep a night, your body is not going to be able to do all the healing that it needs to do. Let me see what we got going on here. Notice the rings that they do vary. Yes, they do. Local bar is 28 inches between rings. Okay. Yeah, and they vary. And it's sometimes it's frustrating because I know I'm working on different bars. And the ring distances are whether is it a bench bar, is it a deadlift bar, or is it a squat which bar? And that's why the rings are different lengths. Most people don't know the difference on them. Generally, the wider rings are for squat and deadlift. You also get some deadlift bars that are 55 pounds instead of 45 pounds because of the amount of weight. A lot of comments I get is people saying, "Oh, that's not real because the bar didn't bend." Well, a good bar doesn't, especially if you have a wider grip. Now, if you're doing a sumo deadlift, yes, it's going to bend because you're grabbing it here. And all that has got that spring action. But if you grab it out here, well, it doesn't bend as much. Same thing with if you're doing close grip, you're going to get a little swaying on the end. But if you have a wide grip, you're not. I mean, it's just that, fulcrum and lever thing going on. So what you got to do is you got to sit there. And usually, if you're at 90 degrees, all right, that's going to be a good bench. If you're way out here, you really start stressing the pecs. But a lot of people will do that, especially if they're going heavy. I used to. I put up some serious weights. I did 480 in the gym. I did 446.4 in competition. In my age and weight, I'm ranked fourth. I'm tied for fourth in the world. So I do know some things. And comfort is going to be one of the main ones. Because placement comfort for you is going to be different than it is for me. It's going to be different for anybody else. Also, ways to support the channel are with super chats. I do get them every now and then. Usually to do silly things, Ray. That was funny. I was watching the replay yesterday when I was at work. So, this is water. I usually use water bottles. Those are resealable. And I just use my pure filter water filter to refill them. Now let me get it where I can read again. Yeah, it requires one finger on the ring. Now, I'll tell you, I've never seen anybody called for it. To be honest with you, it would depend on the federation. But they say that at least one finger's got to be on that ring. Now, they do have, in competition, they do have a proper bench bar. And if they don't, then you call them on it. And sometimes you got to be careful competitions, especially when they're new. The last one I was at, they overloaded the bar on everybody. And we're trying to figure out why was there so many failures on the first lift. And finally somebody in the crowd goes, they're loading it wrong. And they were putting an extra like 12 pounds on there because they had a program telling them exactly how to weigh it, how to load it, and they didn't understand that the clamps weighed. That the bar was a heavier bar. But I suppose if you go way out to the ends of the weights and that, they're going to call you on it. And they're just trying to say, come on, let's get the range of motion. You know, if I'm way out here, where's my lockout? Is this a lockout? Is this a lockout? But if I'm here, you know, there's a lockout. When I was with the USPA, my first lift, you know, I had it up, and I'm waiting, and I actually yelled at the guy because, you know, you had to wait for a start command. And I'm sitting there holding it. And I'm going, hey, you know, then I brought it down, and then I brought it back up, and I'm waiting for the rack. And I turned around and I said, why did you leave me up in the air so long? He goes, well, I didn't know if you were locked out. I said, that's locked out. I'm 60 years old. You know, it's not going to be out like that. That's not a lockout. That's an injury. Once we had that conversation, then I didn't have that problem. You know, I have been down here and I've looked and the guy's looking at paperwork and I had to yell at him. You know, it's ridiculous. People can get hurt that way. But a well-run one, Bill Carpenter runs a really one here at Dubuque, Iowa, the Battle of Mississippi. I enjoy going to those. All righty, so here is breakfast. But yeah, the reason that you got different ring lengths, different manufacturers, and they're actually set up for different types of lifts. I will see many times that there's a deadlift bar on the bench or a squat bar. And they're different. They tend to be a stiffer bar, be just like golf clubs, you know. Different types of shafts and that. Let me see if I can read here again. I wish there was too, but I've noticed that, you know, that the bars are different. But generally at an event, the bar for bench should be the same. It should be a national or world qualified one. So, you know, if you're going with like Rogue or some of these higher end companies, they should be the same. But in a gym, you know, people are just, you know, they got the bars sitting there off to the side. People are just grabbing them. So yeah, you know, it's just a lot of times I'm just working on whatever bar was left there. You actually have to even weigh the bar sometimes. All right. There's in the gym that I work out in Streeter, there is a bar there that only weighs 15 pounds. There's another one that only weighs 35 pounds. You know, I was getting ready to bench with it. Somebody said, well, that bar only weighs 35. I went and weighed it and I said, yeah, it only weighs 35. So, I mean, there you go, wow, man, I'm really strong today. No, your bar was less. So a lot of times when I'm at a new gym, I will weigh the bar. I'll also weigh plates. You know, different plates, you know, unless they're high-end, you know, Rogue or, you know, calibrated plates, they're going to vary. Those revolver plates, the ones that have the big holes in it, people go, well, they got holes in them. They don't weigh 45 pounds. No, sometimes they weigh 46. Sometimes they weigh 46 and a half. Okay. So you're going to have variance in weights. In a meet, you have calibrated weights. In the gym, they don't need to be calibrated. You're just trying to work out. All right. Vince, I'll have to look that up. I'll be honest with you. Do I have the ability to play videos within your live stream? I may. I don't think you do. If you want to do a video, probably the best way would to send it to me through Instagram. So I have an Instagram with the same name, MacBean Scottish Fitness. And I find that videos tend to go through there better than they will through email. You can try to email to them. You know, also, I did put my email in there, scottishfitness@gmail.com. But if you sit there and subscribe on my Instagram account and send it through Instagram, it seems to work a lot better. So I know a lot of people have sent me their lifting videos. So we can do that. So anyway, breakfast is ready. It's time for me and Mrs. to eat. Thanks everybody for joining in. Remember, this is a family-friendly channel. Let's keep it that way. I appreciate everybody hitting the thumbs up. I appreciate the subscribes, the shares, super chats, all that YouTube-y stuff. It does help the channel. Any of the money I do get from this channel, I put into gear. So like Ray and Michael gave me some money last live stream, so I ordered a shot put. So I will be practicing shot put. So, Vince, I don't just do powerlifting, but I do Senior Olympics track and field. I went to Pittsburgh last Tuesday for discus, and I was able to get the bronze medal, which I'm really stoked about. And then come September, I'll be in Illinois for their Olympics, where I am currently the gold medal for Illinois. So thanks everybody for joining in. I appreciate you joining in. I'll have some videos of me throwing later on today, and some other ones. I'm going to do a video of me working out around the house, all the stuff, the equipment that I can use to keep in shape when I don't make it to the gym. Everyone, have a wonderful day.